Thank you.
Thanks, Arundhati. From debt financing, we're going to move on to some equity financing because furniture cloud factory Relso recently raised $840,000 in a pre-seed round led by venture capitalists and Inflection Point Ventures. The company says it's going to use this money to chart out its global expansion strategy, talent acquisition team, and vertical expansion as well. So joining me now to tell us more about the company and its plans ahead is Anshul Choubey, the co-founder and CEO of Relso. Anshul, welcome to Startup Street. Thanks very much for your time here. A brief sense for our viewers as well about what Relso is all about, the market opportunity you're looking to tap into.
Thank you, Arundhati. Thank you for having me here. So at Relso, our vision is very simple. It's make in India and sell globally, make furniture in India and sell globally. The opportunity is very simple that we know that China Plus One is happening. We also know that a lot of furniture that gets sold in US is imported. Now that the buyers in US are looking outside or beyond China, India is at the cusp of using this as an opportunity. So we want to leverage India's advantage of low labor cost, availability of raw material to be able to make India as a destination for furniture exports for the world. So whenever the world or specifically the US market thinks about buying furniture or importing furniture, they look forward to India. So that's basically what we are building at Relso. Specifically, as a quick business model, we want to make in India and sell to big-size and small-size companies in US who sell furniture.
Well, Anshul, tell us about this $840,000 that you raised. How exactly is it going to support your growth, and how long is this capital going to last you?
Right. So 840K, it's going to last close to 10 to 12 months, considering the burn rate. This will be primarily utilized for cracking the GTM in the US market. So to crack open the US market, we'll need to have a sales team there to be able to do sales. We will have to build a tech platform to get a more organic lead, and then also display furniture in a lot of trade fairs to be able to again spread the word of Relso and what we are carry or make sure that our bespoke designs could reach the world. So that is where most of the investment will go into, and the remaining part would be obviously utilized to develop the operations team, onboard more factories, and go into operations a bit deeper.
The capital is going to last you 12 months. Interesting to note that. But, I was curious about your global expansion plans because you only started last year. In this 1 year, give us a sense of where you've established your presence and where you aspire to be. Because, what's the sort of revenue contribution you're eyeing from exports alone?
So, Arundhati, we started last year, as you mentioned, and we started in India, as in just to test out the market thesis. But for us, global expansion is not really expansion. That's the core market. Our core market lies in US. The kind of business model that we are doing, the value prop really lies with US companies who cannot, mid-size and small-size companies who cannot have their own setups in India, but still want to buy furniture from India. So that's the core market, and hence I would not call it really an expansion. It's more of attacking the core market. We will see India as an expansion market to grow revenue. But we started with revenue. We started with India in terms of operations, or with few Indian clients in in terms of operations, just to see how the revenue how the supply chain works, whether there is whether there are customers who want to buy our product. So India was more of a test market. Our core market lies in US, and that's why it's attacking the core market rather than global expansion.
Well, we've been hearing from a lot of startups about the potential in the US market, not so much in India, but, the worldwide furniture market projecting a revenue, as per your own statement, a total revenue of $760 billion this year, growing 5% annually in the next few years. How much of this market share do you hope to capture? Because you're saying you want to compete with somebody like China that already dominates the market.
Yes, so the 760 number is at a retail level. When you look at the wholesale level, and that's what our market is, it comes down to around $350 billion. US is around around 67 to 70 billion dollars what it imports. So that's the market that we're looking at, and specifically from India, where we are in terms of exports. India as an overall does around $1 to $2 billion of exports. So for us, really, we aspire to reach in the next year or so reach a revenue run rate, an ARR of close to $1 to $1.5 million, which essentially gives us an annual revenue of around $8 to $10 million.
Okay, $8 to $10 million of revenue, and any growth target in terms of your sales?
Yes. Arundhati, right now, this year we'll clock roughly around 750K. So this is, close to around 10x to 15x in terms of the overall number. In terms of ARR, right now our ARR is close to around 700K. We want to reach around 1 to 5x of this, which basically makes it around $1 to $1.5 million ARR.
And I suppose too early to ask you about profitability?
So surprisingly, Arundhati, we are profitable at this stage, EBITDA profitable. So we've been able to run the business in that manner. But yes, I would say a bit too early to ask or to expand on that.
Well, I should have corrected you earlier. The name's Ritu, but thanks very much for being here, for spending time with us here on Startup Street. Pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.
Yeah, and my apologies. Yeah, Ritu. Thank you so much for having me here.
On that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. But coming up, Jammu and Kashmir has launched a new startup policy to set up 2,000 new startups in J&K by 2027. Shivani Bazaz talks to startups from the Kashmir Valley to understand the roadblocks and the way forward for the startup ecosystem. Stay tuned.